Hi guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, do not panic. I can already feel it. Don't panic here. Okay, I think this is a great read, actually, for most of you. Okay, for those of you that see this, don't worry, because I don't think it's anything real substantial. Okay, not that it's not going to sting a little bit, but I don't think it's the reason I pulled the Lenormands. Okay, so we come in with the Three of Swords, the Tower card, the Page of Coins. Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Okay, now for the Lenormands, we've got the Woman, the Sun, and the Coffin. Let me just say this, it's in here too, which was why I pulled the Lenormands, because I wanted to see if this was going to be another... the energy's got some shakeups lately, right? I mean, I don't even need to express that to anyone. It's just things that aren't solid are kind of crumbling, but it doesn't make it any more enjoyable, right? So I just wanted to see if that's what this is. This, ironically, I think is a relationship that's deteriorating, but I think it's one where it starts out really fast, right? It starts out really fast, and it's like, you know, passion driven, but there's nothing else in there. There's no sustainability. There's no footing there, right? So I think that it comes in, you know, like a firecracker, but now you're standing there with, like, you know, the burnt out sparkler. Where do you really go from there? I think that it dissipates is what I think is going on there in the relationship. So I'm sad to say that, but I don't feel it's a really like I say, it's going to leave a mark for sure, but I don't think that it's something that's been years. I think it's something that, you know, it came really fast, and it's going out maybe just as fast, okay? So that's what's going on there. All right, now this, I really feel that Three of Cups, I'm thrilled. That I really think is the Fountain of Youth card for me always, because it's all in attitude, right? It's all in how you go through things. I'm going to do what I feel is, I'm going to just tell you my story here. I think that for some of you, the majority of you, whatever you are doing, you're getting recognition for, okay? It's hard to say. I want to say in here too, this is something that I'm always telling you guys, put your little small edge on something. It may be insignificant to you, but I feel here that this really is something that you do that brings you small recognition now, but in time, it's something where your name is like etched on something, like you're like it's something that it's huge. It's really big, and it's not just for one person. It's like the door is opening now. So this is why I'm saying, don't sit on these things that you're trying to do. I think this is already in the works. I think you get recognition for it. I think you wanted recognition for it. I think appreciation is important, right? A need to be understood, but I do think that you get I think you really do get recognition for this. And I think that this is going to come in many different forms, guys. So don't think, oh, you know, it could really be, honestly, something that, I don't know, this is so weird too. Somehow there's luck in here. And by that I mean it could be something as again, buy a lotto ticket, things like that, but it wouldn't be one of those rags to riches stories. It would be like, oh my gosh, I won the lotto, now I can do what it would be something like you're doing what you want to do anyway, but the winning the lotto wouldn't change that. You'd still go ahead with this. This is a passion of yours. It's something that you really like, right? And now you've got like the financial backing to bring it even further, to bring it to even more people. So this isn't a superficial, oh, I won the lotto, I went and bought 10 cars and, you know, 5 houses or whatever. It's not something stupid like that. Not that that's stupid, but this has meaning. It has substance in here, okay? So it could be something like that. So don't discount that. Okay. There's also, you really want to kick up your prayers, your divine guidance, your journaling, your connections. I'm telling you, in here too, you want to be careful of accidents, and by that I mean paying attention. You want to pay attention to things. You want to learn. Also in here, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around, guys. It's been a whirlwind of 2 days. I've had visions like I can't even just sit for a second without without visions flooding me. So careful of accidents, and that can mean you know, driving. Just, I think it's though due to preoccupation. Like there's so much going on, and what I want to say about this is this. I'm getting visions up the yin yang, like literally in the middle of changing laundries over, or I was at the grocery store, or just but it's they're pulling me. I'm not focusing like on what I'm doing. I'm not going to get in an accident changing clothes from the washer to the dryer, but in my car, yeah, I probably could, you know, but they were happening there too. So I'm just saying, for those of you that are intuitive, which is the majority of, I mean, we're all intuitive, but the majority of us on this channel, we're using it, right? So just be cautious of that. If something catches you off guard while you're driving or out of the corner of your eye, just kind of stay focused on what you're doing so you don't get in an accident or something like that. Let me see here. What I want to say too is this, I really feel, can be a double-edged sword. Okay, I think that there's someone in here. I keep hearing the word sadistic, right? Like someone, it's your choice though. I think it's your choice. Well, actually, I know it's your choice, but I think that what the messages are you can use that and continue to hold a grudge and be, you know, the world has screwed me over and no one is, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to go into that. It's counterproductive. But if you stick with that, you're going to miss all of these great opportunities that are sitting here right in front of you. I think some of you, yes, you do that. You choose that route. But for the majority of you, you get it, right? Like you realize that I'm going to change this, and I'm going to implement, you know, self-confidence, courage. I'm going to use these disadvantages to my advantage, and you pull yourself ahead. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, you know, too. This is learning from our mistakes. It's not repeatedly doing the same thing over and over again, right? I think here, though, what that is I do think that that's part of, with this card, it's not so much, but in here I do think it is walking away from. I think there's a relationship or relationships in here. Maybe it was a dating thing that started out really great. It may start out great for this weekend, right? It is just a weekend read. But by Sunday, it's like the person's nowhere to be found, or you're a little shocked, or you text like a zillion times over 2 days, and then, uh-oh, you know, what the hell just happened? It's something like that. That's why I don't think there's a lot of, like I say, I think it's going to be painful, but I think that it's, again, I think it's something that you need to experience to get the clarity, like, I'm done with this stuff. I'm going to start going a little slower and finding relationships with a little more depth in them, because I'm sick of ending up here. I think there's a need in here, like I say, for recognition, right? But I think you want to be careful with being pulled astray by people that really don't have your best interest at heart. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so needing to be needed by everyone and liked by everyone. You don't need to be liked by everyone, and you don't need to be, you know, needed by everyone. Because I think that when that happens with this card, at some point, like the relationship card, these two cards speak to me, these two as well, of wanting more. You know what I mean? Like wanting more than just things you can obtain here on the physical, right? Like, and I think that you'll, if you take time for yourself, this isn't a card, guys, always of I'm going to, you know, leave something because it's just dead in the water. It can be, and I think in here, some of you, it sits like this. But this card sometimes, too, can really just be, you know what, I want something more. And by that, I mean, I'm not going to find in another person. I'm going to you know, I'm going to invest in my own qualities and things that I enjoy and things that I like to do, and I'm going to go in my own direction here and find something deeper, some deeper meaning. Okay, and I think that that's a growth spurt here too. I apologize about that, but for this is a relationship that just you know, it just tanks. But I don't think it was, for some of you it can be something, you know, a little bit longer, but for the majority of you, I don't think it's a grandstand. I think it's something where it took off really fast. And this can be too a card of love at first sight, right? But clearly it didn't pan out that way, and I'm sorry about that. But this card is wonderful. Okay, this card really speaks of attitude is everything. And with that, honestly, you age like Benjamin Button. That is the fountain of youth there. And I think in here, it really is just you enjoying life. You know, you've got a great selection of friends, great, you know, your family and the projects you're doing. It's all attitude. You could be in the middle of a craft fest and still choose to be happy, right? And that's what I think that this is. So I think it's a great read. I think that, again, guys, you're getting recognition for something here. It's more than that, though. I don't know how to say it. It's not just money. It's not just fame. It's wholeness. It's wholeness. It's wholeness. It's happiness. It's warm. It feels like white. I don't know how else to explain it. It just feels like warm and white, and it just feels lovely. So this will pass. It's a learning lesson. If it were meant to stay, it would, okay, but clear it out so that something grand can come, okay, because there are new relationships here too. That's what I mean. This is not just, it's not just one area. It's like, wow, my life is lit up and my heart is about to explode because it's so full, right? So there you go.